All right, everybody, we got Tank Bigsby available. If you have any questions, please go ahead and throw them in the chat.
Recording in progress.
We'll go ahead and start with Jason Caldwell.
All right, 1 second. That was quick. Tank, just for you, after going through a season, kind of having gone, what did you learn about what it takes in this league, and how did you help that prepare for your sophomore year?
You saying like the off season?
Yeah, just what did you learn about playing in the Southeastern Conference, and how did you take that into the off season to prepare for this year?
Well, I learned that have to develop my game with all the little things, and just focusing on my team and getting better as a person. So like I just really focus on the little things, like and the big things will come.
Go ahead, Philip. Oh. Hey, Philip, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Tank, talk about your relationship with Sean and how you guys do. Auburn's had a lot of running back duos that have done big things, and how you guys feel about trying to follow it in that tradition.
Man, Worm, he's a great person, great running back. We push each other. We've been pushing each other since I met him. He's a hard worker. I feel like we have what it takes, and we have to keep working. Our work ethic will pay off on how we play this year, and I feel like we doing what we're supposed to do. So hopefully, they'll pay off.
Is it difficult to have to compete with somebody and still have that relationship as friends? Is that hard sometimes?
We best of friends off the field, but we when it's time to work, we compete against each other and make each other better.
Thanks.
Go ahead, JG.
Yeah, Tank. When you came in last year for camp, last year was your first real experience. Talk about what this camp is like for you now, having gone through this before. You feel kind of more prepared for the grind of camp?
Yes, sir. Camp is a lot different, because we really didn't have a camp last year. So this camp, getting you ready, the work ethic we put in, everything we doing. So I feel like this camp right here will get us ready for a big season we got ahead of us, and that's how I feel about this camp right here.
What's been the biggest difference for you? I mean, just kind of mentally coming in, just knowing exactly what you're doing. Does that make a big difference for you?
Yes, sir. Actually, yeah. Just knowing everything and knowing how everything gonna be. Knowing the system and everything. So it make it a lot easier. Yeah, it make it way more easier than what it was last year.
Mark Murphy.
Yes. Is there going to be any difference for you as a running back in Coach Bobo's system compared to what you were doing last season?
Well, so we'll be going more downhill, than we went last year. So, if there's any difference than we did in last year, it will be different. But I'm excited about Coach Bobo and I'm excited to work with him.
Is that good for you and for Sean as far as running style?
Yes, sir.
Jordan Hill.
Tank, I want to ask you about Jarquez and Jordan. What have you seen from both of them, and how much you think that'll help you and Sean having a little more depth?
Sean, you said who?
Jarquez and Jordan.
John Jordan. John Jordan. John, he's very explosive, and Jordan, he's patient. They some very good running backs. We all competing and we working. We got Coach Cadillac with us, coaching us. I feel like them guys right there, they're gonna be really good for us, and we all just competing right now.
All right, go ahead, Luciano.
Hey, Tank. A few days ago, you were selected to the preseason first team All-SEC. How are you dealing with this much expectation placed on you?
To be honest with you, I really don't pay attention to it. All that social media stuff and all that talk and stuff like that. I never really paid attention to it growing up, even when it was like with all that ranking stuff, all that uncalled for. If you ask me, it's good to be on lists and stuff, but it's a blessing. But I feel like you hype yourself up when you get on the field, man. And if you love doing it, you're gonna do what you do.
All right, got a few follow-ups. And of course, obviously, if you have any more questions, please put them in the chat. Go ahead, Jason.
Tank, you talked about having, you guys had a spring. You didn't have one last year. How different is it when you look out there and you're in a group with the offensive line that now has experience, and those guys have been there too? Do you feel a different vibe with those guys up front and what you guys are doing on offense already?
Yes, I feel like they're doing good. Everybody doing their job. Everybody doing what they're supposed to do. This fall, and they did what they're supposed to do this spring. We all work, and I love my offensive line work ethic, and I love how they work, and hopefully it pay off.
Does that give you a lot of confidence, though, that you guys have experience together, even though it's in a new offense?
Yes, sir. It's just football. Like you said, it's experience. We all have experience now, but at the end of the day, it's football. You just do what you have to do out there. Everybody handle their job.
Go ahead, Philip. Oh, we got you muted again, my friend.
Like, how important is it to have a coach like Coach Cadillac, who has played at the highest level here and also was part of I guess you could say, one of the great running back duos in Auburn history?
It's real important. He's a great coach. He holds us to a high accountability. He always on us. He don't let up, and that's what players look out for a coach. Not just tell them what they do good. To always just be on them about what they need to fix, and that's Coach Cadillac, and I appreciate him a lot. He helped me develop, and he just helped me. He helped me do a lot of things throughout coaching and outside of football. He's a great coach.
Go ahead, JG.
Yeah, similar question, Tank. When Lack was a sophomore, just like you are, he was a big-time star kind of coming into national prominence. That's what you're doing right now. Is he kind of like the perfect guy for you to be playing for, a guy who's kind of understated the way you are, a guy who's been through exactly what you're going through?
Yes, sir. He tells me all the time, it's all about the game, all about what you do on the field. Like you said, like one of you guys said earlier, all about all this talking going on. They can do all that. That's not gonna get you where you're trying to go, and the main goal. So just handling the business off the field and on the field. He keep it on me, and I appreciate him for that.
All right, we got time for a few more. We'll go ahead, Tom Green.
Hey, Tank, I know a few weeks back you debuted that personal logo. Do you have any plans for that from an NIL perspective?
Yes, sir, I do. I actually will bring out some things. I really haven't really been focusing on that right now. I'll do it when I have some time, but I brought the logo out just to bring it out to let people see, and I'm gonna bring clothing, like shirts and things like that out soon. But like we're in camp right now, so I'm focusing on camp right now.
Go ahead, Brian Matthews.
Yeah, Tank, thanks for speaking to us. Wanted to ask you some more about Jarquez Hunter. How has he picked up the offense, and how is he just working out and doing all the little things it takes to be running back on this level?
He's picking up on the offense really good. He's a very strong kid, fast kid, explosive kid. He do everything he's supposed to do. Very coachable. Jarquez is he's a good running back if you ask me. He do everything right, and he's a real running back, explosive, and that's what a running back has to be.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Mark Murphy.
Yeah, what do you expect to see out of Sean as a senior, and is he excited about going into his last season as a player at Auburn?
You said what I'm excited to see or expect.
What do you expect to see of him, and is he excited about his senior season?
Yes, sir. He's very excited, and we hold each other to a high accountability. To work, we push each other to make each other better. So we just like I said, we just push each other and want each other to do the best we can do, and that's how we really got close. Pushing each other, competing, and we both agreed that would make us do better. And like the work could pay off. I can't tell you what we'll do during the season. I can't say what we're gonna do. That's up to God and our team. So we just push each other and working right now.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Tank.